Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to issue 3 of the Fast and the Furious Legendary Dodge Charger RT build. This build has been brought to you by Fanhome, very kindly supplying me with the kit free of charge, so thank you very much to them. Thank you everybody, anybody, anyone, and everyone. Thank you all for watching as well. Right, let's have a look at the build. This is, look at the size of it. Look at that, that's just huge and lovely. It's impressive. But before we get to that, we'll get at the magazine and have a quick look through and see what's in this week's issue. We're talking about the Dodge Challenger, the fastest and most furious pony. It's not a pony, it's a car. I don't understand the pony thing, but I don't know. Yes, apparently the public caught muscle car fever once again when the Fast and the Furious came out. So yeah, cool. It's obviously a variant of the one in the film. I think it was in one of the later films as well, but yeah. There we go. Many of the stars of the Fast and Furious have got behind the wheel of a Dodge Challenger throughout the series. Cool. Yeah, I've just watched that film where they cut the back off it. Yeah, that was interesting. The 8th movie in the series. Oh, that was where that one was in. Yeah, cool. I didn't notice the green stripe down it. That shows how much attention I pay to things. Yeah, so it was the Dodge Challenger was in Too Fast, Fast 5, Fast 6, Fast 7, and Fast 8 as well. Right, this is the nose with grille and front headlamps that we're going to be assembling. That bit there, just in case you didn't know where the front of a car was. Yeah, okay. So we've got the front bumper, the grille support, headlamp trim, glass cover front headlamp, 4 of those. Now this comes in a bubble pack blister tap type thing. Be careful obviously when you're taking the front top cover off, some of these may get stuck to it, and beware especially the little badge emblems and things. Now I'm not going to be wearing my magic glove for this part of the build because there's not so much shiny. So, and what there is can very easily be polished up afterwards. So I'm not going to be doing that. I need a little bit more dexterity for the tiny, teeny things. So, let's have a look. I got confused because it said 3, but this is issue 3. So, we're allowed to start with number 3. Right, I'll put the picture of the instructions that I'm doing up in the corner, and we'll see just what it is that I've got to get. This is a plastic piece, which is fair enough. It can't all be metal, because otherwise it'd be a real car. So we need that, which is going to go a bit like that in the picture. 3C, 3D, 3F, and some BP screws. Now, I've noticed that there are screws all over the place in this build. We've got BP and DM there. I saw some others underneath here as well. Look. There's some APs stuck down there, and up here we've got some CPs, so lots of screws all over. So we've got A, B, and C today. A, B, C, and D, in fact. Yeah, there we go. So that's all we have with the screws. None tucked way beyond that. No. All right. So I need BP, which are those ones. Now, this is where it gets tricky because it says 3C and 3F, but I don't know what, and 3D, but I don't know what they are. I'm assuming it's these, judging by the looks and the colours of them. So let's pop these out. We're obviously going to be doing one and then pretty much doing the same on the other side. So we've got a bit that looks like that, a bit that looks like that, and 2 of these. That makes sense to me. We're going to be doing it like that. These will obviously have lights fitted to them at a later date as well. So this is going in like that. Right, before I put these together, I might not be wearing it, but I have the glove to hand, so I'm just going to make sure the interior of this is nice and shiny and not got fingerprints all over it, because I won't be able to get to that afterwards. So that goes there. These have little pins on there, and they have little indentations on there. And these do have a correct way up, but I can't tell which way is meant to be up. Let me have a closer look at the picture in the magazine just to see if it does show. It really doesn't. Are they different? They are different. Cunningly, they have even made it possible for idiots like me to make this build, because these holes are not equidistant. And I assume neither are these pins. So if I randomly put it in one way round, you'll find that it doesn't quite line up. Whereas if I turn it 180 degrees, it does. So yes, well done. Congratulations on making it possible for even me to get things the right way round. So that's going on there like that. Then that is going on the outside of that. And I've moved it, but it will quite easily pop back into place again. He says, with it not easily popping back into place. Right. The trouble is, the outside is the lens, which is further forward than the back bit. So let's try doing it this way around. We've got this the right way up, I think. It hasn't got a R and an L on it, but it's got a screw hole at the top there, which is at the top there. So this I can drop in there first. That's easy. And then that will go over the top like that. Does that matter which way round that goes? Nope, it seems to line up just as well either way up. So make sure they're in the right place. That goes over there. And then we have 2 BP screws to hold it in place. I'm going to be doing the same the other side, so I don't mind getting 4 out, but I don't want to get 5 out, because I'm pretty sure 1 is just going to be spare. So a BP screw, that's the ones with the sort of built-in washer. Hold that in place there. And that one on that side. Double check that it does look like it continues like it looks like it does in the picture, and it does. So now I'll tighten these down. There we go. So that's those, and from the front it looks like headlights in a car. It's great. That's just what I was hoping it was going to look like. So I've got to do the same the other side. I'll do that off camera because there's no point in boring you doing the same thing again, and then we'll come back and put the middle bit in. Okay, that's all 4 of the headlights assembled. The radiator grille comes next, which is plastic but meatier than I was expecting it to be. It looks very nice anyway. It's nice and shiny. That doesn't appear to have a way up, but it does, however, sit right into the middle there. And for that we need 2 AP screws. Let me get 2 of those out there. This obviously attaches from the rear through those 2 screw holes there. So that's one. And another. In there, right. Cool, and tightening up. Nice. Get in there. Get rid of my fingerprints as we go, because it's going to be locked behind the grill. So make sure everything's nice and shiny. Because I'm not going to want to be taking it apart again to get to it. Right, so now we're taking the grill with the emblem. Can I get the emblem? I can. Right, yes, you've obviously got to get the emblem the right way up, but conveniently it is shaded on there. So it just pops in. Make sure it lines up. Make sure the holes are actually in the right place before you push too hard. But push a little bit harder than that, because if you don't push quite hard enough, it won't go through at all. There we go. Nice solid fit. Obviously be careful not to bend the grill. So yeah, fingers are probably the best thing behind. You might be pushing the little stud into your finger a little bit, but a little bit of pain. It's worth it for some of these builds rather than damaging stuff. So there we go. That's the little RT thing. I can't remember. Someone did tell me what it was, but I can't remember what it is. It's like road and track or something, or really terrible, or raspberry and tomato. I don't know. Right, that's not going on there. Well, it is, but not yet. That's going. Let's get this that way round. Then we got that. Then there is the other highly chromed part to go over the front of it with the little cutout piece at the bottom. Right, so is that going to there? Yes, we've got 3 mounting points on there, 2 of which actually locate over the top and 1 doesn't, but you can't really go anywhere else. So let's get that in there, and then that on there, and then that should, if everything lines up just right, look pretty impressive. You can see through it, but it's just right. I like that. I like that a lot. So we need AP, 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 and AP. We need 8 AP screws. I'm going to withhold 1 from the bag and hope that there's 8 that come out. Let's have a look. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So there's probably 2 for something else. I'll move those over there. Where are these going? 1, 2. Right, the slightly raised areas on there, or not. Very strange way of putting the picture in. It doesn't quite line things up right. So there's one definitely going through there, which is not terribly easy to do because you've got this big blob behind it. So one in there, just a couple of turns. Let's work my way around and see where I can see they're going. There's 2, it's 5 at the top. There's an extra one. That one in the middle is a bonus one. So there are actually 9, not 10. I was miscounting. There's 3 on that picture on the right, not 2. So we might have 2 spares from this by the looks of it. So that's the ones at the top that side. Let's get the top the other side. Actually, let's do this opposite corner to stop things moving around. There we go. You can't escape now. Actually, I'm going to do the other corner as well. Corners are a good thing to start with. I know I started in the middle, but the middle or the corners, that's the 2 choices you've got for starting off with things. And then you can go back and do all the bits in between. One, there's the 2 down here, and then there's 1 more on the top that I neglected. That one up here. There we go. Put them in the order shown, which I've already done. Once you're sure the pieces are facing the right way, put the screws in. Yeah, they have to be facing the right way, otherwise it would be facing the wrong way, and that would be no good whatsoever. So I'm just going back round and tightening these up. Not silly tight, but tight so they aren't going to come undone on their own. And they're not going to wiggle around. A little bit of wiggling, never good. You don't want it to give a little wiggle. Now see, there's lots of other mounting points on here. I'm assuming that's how this is going to fix into the front of the car. So that will be quite interesting. But I quite like having an assembly like this done. As ever, they generally start off these part works with big things and recognisable items to start off with, because people like to have something that, you know, they can see start off with. If you're going to do, you know, a door, then that's going to be just a little bit rubbish, isn't it? So there we go. Nice, shiny, looking good. I'm happy with that. Right, next up, let's turn the page and go to 3.6. I'm sure it will be. Yes, this will be putting the indicator bits together, which are the bits we've got left over, conveniently. Let me move that out of the way. Pull out this. Now, this is a metal chunk. What I'm going to do is get the rest of this out anyway. There we go. Double check before you dispose of anything that there's nothing left in it, no extra screws or anything else. So these are going to be basically the same as we've just done. But where have we got this? This is that way round. We're using DM screws. What about CP? We haven't used any of them yet. Oh, we'll be using those in a minute. I'm going to need 4 of these. So these are basically the same as the other ones, but designed for going into metal rather than plastic. So we've got, again, this is going to go into there with the bigger side, obviously in the inside piece. That will slot onto that. That doesn't matter which way up it goes. Now these, I've got again the bayonet type fitting. Which way up? That way up, because it won't fit the other way up. That will go in there like that, and then being that the bayonet, the sort of the one-sided hole, the whole side is this. You can't slot it in. You can't half put in the screw and then put this in. It wouldn't work that way around on this like it did on one of the previous parts. Let's get that in there. These obviously haven't got holes in the back of the bracket, so these will not be illuminated. But you don't need the lights to, you know, the lights will come on, but not the indicator, side light, hazard light type. What are they? Blinkers? What do they call them in America? It's not indicators, is it? Something a bit different, I think. It might not be. I might just be making things up. Get that one done. The same. I won't bother stopping the filming from this because it's only a couple of screws and it's already almost done. I'd rather have one longer continuous video rather than one with lots of stops in it. If it's going to take me 10 minutes to do something, then I might stop it and come back, but for this, it takes no time at all, really. There wasn't any problems with that, no issues with the fit or anything, so very easy. So there we have it. We have some, I assume, indicators, blinkers, whatever you want to call them. That's that there. Let's give that a little bit of a shine, because this is a metal piece. So this is going to be attached using the CP screws, 4 of those. Let's get 4 of those out. There we go. I shall put that other AP back away because we don't use that one. So we've got some screws to add to our spare stash. We've got the entire front grille, and this is going to be mounted underneath it. Yes, goes like that, just like that. So, oh, that's what these other mounting points there are for. So we get that there, we get that there. We've got 4 screws to put in there. Nice and easy. I'll put 1 in each side to make sure it all lines up, and then come back and tighten them all up. There's 1 there. And 1 on the other side. It's pretty much got to line up because that's where it goes. Now there is obviously a big gap in the middle there, as you no doubt can see. I mean, cars have gaps in them, and airflow and stuff is a thing. So either something else is going to fill into that from the inside, or that's how it's meant to be. It's probably that's how it's meant to be, I think, would be my assumption so far. So now I can tighten down these, being aware that I'm tightening into plastic, so you don't have to go crazy. And just putting that big bar of metal across the back there, that's given this a nice substantial feeling of weight. There we go. So, once again, one issue is complete. Looking nice, looking shiny, and probably not going to be touched for several months until we get some more of the front of the car to assemble it into. But that is the nose with grille and front headlamps. I do like it. I like the finish of this. The black sort of shades it and shadows it, but I'm sure when the lights come on, that will look pretty impressive. So yes. Right, let's have a look. Is there anything else in the magazine? I'm sure there is. Fanhome tend to break these things up a little bit. So that's what we've just done. It looks like that. Put it in a safe place. I will. But thank you for your advice. Yes, American tuning, a question of style. I don't know. I don't mind the look of them, but I don't know. No. Yeah, Beetle, it's a traditional look, but it's all right. Again, I don't go crazy about it, but there we go. American tuning, yeah. And at the back, metal bodywork, another advert for the part work that you are doing. Universal Studios, obviously, the films. Dodge, make the car. So there we go. That was issue number 3. So thank you once again to Fanhome for supplying me with the part work. Thank you all for watching. And I shall see you soon for part 4. It doesn't tell us what it is. I've got it, but I haven't looked. So it will be a surprise to me, as well as a surprise to you, as to what comes next. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.